Good evening, Darnell. I can't hear you. Your mic is muted.
Sorry about that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition, another installment. Right, yeah, right now my freaking laptop is acting dumb. I'm in a remote area, which I am not gonna let y'all know about. So, but other than that, no here nor there. Teach, you want to jump on and do a quick show because we do got some news that we finally gonna have a brand new president. Da, 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 da. Everybody's been celebrating here. Everybody's been celebrating. I actually have a
Yes.
friend of mine. Yeah, I actually have a friend of mine. He sent me this video. Hopefully y'all can be able to see it. So hold up. I wish I can. Here we go. I don't think y'all gonna be able to hear because it's got my mic. Well, hold up. Duh, it's hooked to my car.
Yeah. Oh, the screams of joy
Mm-hmm.
and elation.
Mm-hmm. So let me let me go ahead and turn that down. That's a good friend of mine here. He sent me that video. That's basically all of America right now. So it's just crazy. I already got a thumbs down, but so be it. But anyways, that's America right now. So Teach, are you getting any like little bit of backlash or hearing people on your on timeline just complaining about the election being a fraud?
Actually, I'm surprised at the Republicans on my timeline. Some of them are just getting in the spirit, just glad we have a new president. Whether it's real or fake, they're just blending in. And that poor, how could I say, that is a precursor to what Joe Biden said, that he would be a president to all the people and not just some of the people. So that makes me think that the people who did not get their candidate in, that they might be willing to work with the current, well, with the president elect. Yesterday, Fox News had put out a memo to all of its anchors that in the event that Joe Biden is named the 46th president, that they were not to use the title president elect on any
It's
of
not
the
true.
Fox News stations.
Mhm.
And I said, wow, how grimy can you be? But when they are in power and think that the law is not for them, they tend to do things that's below below standard.
I
And
mean,
that's the reason why I'll wrap it up. That's the reason why we wanted him out, because he was a substandard human being and a substandard leader.
yeah. Right now I'm just putting this out here, ladies and gentlemen. This show's not gonna be too long. But teachers correcting like, hey, we should do a show about this, and I'm like, damn it, I'm not even on my p's and q's right now. But she's right. Um, but now all of a sudden the news media, I don't know if you caught on to it, but the news media is actually putting it out there about the black vote being so important. How in Detroit, your city, actually was the one that put give me see Ben Laden for some reason. Joe Biden,
On
Joe
the map.
Biden, over, yeah, put him over to win Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
this is why voting matters. The black vote matters.
Yeah, the thing is that what tickled me, Paula White, his spiritual advisor,
Oh, shaka la la
I
la la
never
la la
heard
la
of her
la
before.
la.
Right, right. She's calling on the African ancestors or angels. We call
Mhm,
on ancestors. So
Mhm.
ancestor angels, same category. She's calling on the African ancestors to come and influence the vote. And they did. They showed up in Detroit, Philly, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Arizona. They showed up and changed all those red states to blue.
Mhm. It's crazy they too, Chiefs. Let me go ahead and put a little bit more spiritualness on this show. One thing I forgot to bring up in last night's show. You know what the county who was a representative um county that actually put Joe Biden over in Georgia? Who was that representative that recently passed away?
Um, Elijah Cummings or Elijah Cummings, John Lewis.
It was John
John
Lewis
Lewis.
District. John Lewis District that put him over. If
Hmm.
that's not karma, I don't know what it is. Oh, and then also let me add something else too. Who was the representative for Arizona for a long time?
They said Ruth Ginsburg.
Mhm.
I've been seeing memes about Ruth Ginsburg, John Lewis, and Elijah Cummings as the
And
angels that
mhm.
came to answer
Mhm.
that prayer.
And guess who else was a part of that group? John McCain.
Oh yeah, yep, him too. Him too.
John McCain. And I'm gonna let y'all know something too, ladies and gentlemen. I was never ever a big McCain fan, but I respected his service in the military. I respected him, and then also how he conceded to uh President Obama when he lost, which took me by surprise. That he was like he told everybody, look, he's your president. You know, I respectfully, congratulate him, and I respectfully, help him out every step of the way. Dot 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 dot. When he made that acceptance speech of him conceding to Obama, I gave him props for that. But
Every
yeah, go ahead.
every outgoing president has made a concession speech. So the next historic point is, will Trump man up and make and follow the tradition of making the concession speech, or will he try to hold on to power by filing these lawsuits?
$10, I take Plan B. He's not gonna do it.
He wants to be evicted from the White House, and you know the internet has been joking about carrying him out, kicking and screaming, and all he has to do is just disappear. People just want him to disappear.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
want him to disappear. They don't even want to hear his name ever again. But he wants to stay in the public's mind. He can't wrap his mind around how he was an epic failure and he garnered no trust or faith in the people. He only pandered to the people that were loyal to him, where we're people too. And
Hmm.
our voices were risen and they spoke out loud. We created that black magic so powerful that Paula White started calling on our ancestors. She had to go back to her roots because she had tried every trick that she knew as a preacher. And she said, well, somebody must have put in her ear, you need to call on them African ancestors. They have
Yeah,
the power.
right. So so now goes on to us, the black people, because if anybody watched our show yesterday, it was pretty explosive. But it goes in line to what I was trying to say now. Now we got the chance. I've been preaching this not from last night's show, but many shows I've been saying this. This is the time that all of us should be getting together, putting down the things. Police brutality. What's the solution? Here's the solution. We do not want them to, you know, over police our communities. This is the time, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time. I'm gonna say it again. This is the time. I don't want to hear no more bitching, more complain. Oh yeah, they ain't doing nothing. Now this is the perfect time where you go to your newly elected official, or to probably your incumbent, whoever, and start making these demands. Start making the demands. Or with all these groups that are coming out of nowhere, it's time for you to come as a collective whole. What's our gripes? What's our complaints? What are the solutions? And start to presenting it to all of your representatives. If it's not working in the middle of their term, or they're not even considering or jumping on it, then it's time for you to get people in your group groomed to take these positions and get them in the positions.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. You have to
Perfect
groom
time.
a team, not just send one person in. You got to send in a team in every sector, every board, every place where a decision can be made. We need somebody or a few of somebody on each and every one of those teams at each and every one of those tables.
Right. This,
And
yeah. Go ahead, Tisha. I'm sorry.
now you go ahead.
I mean, I was just basically gonna say I wholeheartedly agree. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that we're powerless. We can't do this. We can't do that. Okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are
It's
you
great
going to do?
it's great to dream of a utopia and a place where you can have total control and everything that you hope to desire. But if you never practice policy and building and establishing where you are, you walk into that utopia without experience. So I think it's better to practice and dream. And when you get to your dream, you will have experience. But
Right,
without the experience, you're just dreaming about your utopia.
right. And this is what I want to say. For anybody who's going to watch the show later or who's going to jump on and
Okay, I think we're having technical difficulties. Um,
sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had a little issue, had a little problem. All right, so they coming for me right now. They're coming for me. No, but I just want to say this. I'm not a Joe Biden fan. I always made evidence on the show that I really rooted for Bernie Sanders. I really want Bernie Sanders to win. And I'm gonna say this, and I think I never said this on show, but if I did, I'll probably say it again. So be it. Bernie Sanders lost fair and square this time. He lost fair and square to Joe Biden. I don't care what anybody says. When he faced Hillary, yes, that was the fix was in. He got screwed. But this time around, for everybody who's sitting there complaining about, well, Biden, Bernie would have done better. You didn't show up when he needed you. And y'all saw what happened when y'all set out. You saw what happened. I guess y'all came to y'all senses because y'all almost did the same damn thing. And the thing that kills me, when you have a direct effect on the outcome and you just put your hands up and say, I ain't gonna do nothing, and then everything falls to shit, you don't want to take responsibility that it was your fault. It's like somebody's supposed to take, let's say, the graveyard shift. You just coming off your afternoon shift. You expecting somebody to come there for the graveyard shift. And if nobody comes there for the graveyard shift and stuff gets stolen, guess who's going to get blamed? It's going to be the person that left the afternoon that's supposed to be switching with the person from the afternoon shift because they were the last person that was there. And the person that's supposed to come in is not taking responsibility. Oh, I just didn't feel like I was coming in. Or I didn't know if or like I'm protesting. I don't feel like doing it. People have to be accountable for their actions. And I'm happy that they came to their senses. You don't have to like the guy. So for everybody who's sitting there and saying, "Oh, there's something wrong with you saying, get him out," you know, it shouldn't be like that. But bull crap. If the ball was in your court, you'd be saying the same exact thing. People gotta understand when you say things like that, make sure you keep that same energy when the ball's in your court. You can say all this historical facts or all these things, or we don't have a black agenda or all that stuff. You can say all those things, but keep that same energy when it's you on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
Remember
I
that.
yeah, I think the things that people aren't really versed on the issues on what it means to have Trump in office versus Biden. With Trump in office, and he was very clever. Next Tuesday is the hearing for the overturning of Obamacare or the ACA. That's Tuesday after the election, November the 10th. Now, Trump has strategically put his people on the Supreme Court. They're going into court on Tuesday to overturn the health care. So, for those that sat out, we don't know. We hope those African angels are still here doing some work on November the 10th. But we know that he has put his people in place to overturn the very health care. So when I look at the candidates, I look at what is their platform, what their religious beliefs are. It is totally hypocritical. I don't care if they believed in SpongeBob in Bikini Bottom because they live hypocritical lives to whatever they claim their religious faith is. So for someone to say, "Oh, I'm a Christian, I'm devout," it means nothing to me because I watch your life. And your same Christian Bible say you know them by the fruit that they bear. And just because they flap at the mouth saying that they're Christian does not have any merit with me.
No.
So I look at how they live their lives and what they're willing to do to other people's lives. November 10th, we hope those angels are still working for all the individuals, the 26 million that got laid off from their job earlier this year because of the pandemic. Those people need that health care. For the
Mhm.
other people, the people in the middle, the working poor that work 40 hours a week at places like Walmart that will employ you, but because of your status, they um, don't even have to offer you any health insurance. So the ACA fills the gap of individuals, which are many, that provide them with health care. So my vote went to who was going to keep that health care plan in place. My second issue with the striking down or the attempt to strike down the employment tax, which is the Social Security tax. They want you to stop paying it to Social Security because they don't want to pay it when you retire. And the verbiage that they use and how they put it out to the public, the average person, it went over their head. All they thought was, "Oh, I'll have more money in my paycheck." They didn't understand that they were eradicating Social Security. So when I voted on the one because I'm at the age that in the next 10 to 15 years, I'm looking at retirement. I'm not
Yeah.
looking at, "Oh no, when you get to retirement, oh, we don't have anything for you." Because you celebrated when Donald Trump said that he's going to roll back that payroll tax. You rejoiced because you had an extra $15 in your paycheck.
Mhm.
So you got your money then. So now that you're retired, you have nothing coming. We have to understand the way they speak and what is the implication. So I cannot celebrate for $15 or $20 if it means that when I get to retirement, I'll have $0.
Sorry about
So
that,
people
T.
get, no problem. So people get stuck on, oh, they're pro life or they're anti abortion. Those issues are mute points for me.
Right. And
They're
like I
mute
said,
point. I just
yeah,
need to know, can I get health care? And when I pay into my retirement, can I retire? Those are important issues for me.
right. I mean, it's just a simple fact is your your views is going to be a lot different than mine, and we could be on the same side, which apparently we were. You're looking at it at an aspect of I'm about to retire. I was looking at it on the aspect of basically normacy. I think this is the only time I had to literally have to think. I'm like, man, I really, I really had to think about us as a people. Like, who can we actually sit down? Not even sit down, but demand that they listen to us, whatever was going on, to not just listen, but to follow through. And that's mainly on us. And I think that's where the disconnect is. They just think that when they say they don't do all these things, we're not on their ass.
Hmm.
Pause. We're not calling a a representative or anything like that, or when they come to town, we're not there to greet them at the airport, be like, how you doing, Mr. President? What make you think you could just come on up in here with a big ass smile on your face and you ain't doing nothing? Not only just the group, but that local politician that is trying to push that higher and is falling on deaf ears. That's what should be happening. It's not
What?
hopefully that must be happening right now because we should learn right now because now I believe it is an awakening for black folks. It is. But the crazy thing is, it's like you saw it last night. You had one half that is just they in on it. They like, you know what, this how we feel about it. This is we sticking to it. And then you have one side like, yeah, we got our feelings too, but we're willing to compromise so we can all come together, come to solutions, and then we can present it and we can go from there. There's nothing wrong with how they feel. There's nothing wrong with how we feel. But it's just the bottom line is this.
Okay, I think he's having technical difficulties, which means I don't even know if I'm connected.
Teach, coming for me.
um,
Teach, they're coming for me. They're coming for me. I'm gonna make this quick because they probably just shutting down my feed and then also my phone. This internet right here on my phone sucks. But my point is, we all, if we have an issue, we got something on our hearts that is affecting our way of living in this country. This is the perfect time to get around other people, well, not just any people, but powerful people that has been the movers and shakers in your community, or that what get together with them, get on your local representatives to be like, look, you're lucky you won either the incumbent or the new person in charge. You're lucky you won because if you do not follow the needs of us and here's the solution that we got for you, we're electing your ass out. That's the real power of the vote. It's basically a report card of how I'm doing. And if I'm doing a horrible job, keyword job, I get fired. I get released.
I
Relieve a
think
pause.
I think a model that we should follow, and I think the model that we should follow is this: if in fact you have a vision and a plan, it's your opportunity to work that vision and plan and put it in play. When it is in play, it's going to draw attention. Okay. And then at that point, you go to the people in power and say, hey, look, we've been doing X, Y, and Z. And these are our reports that this particular plan works. Oftentimes, we as individuals or organizations, we have thoughts and ideas, but we fail to implement them. And we want to take our plans and our ideas to the people in power and we want them to do the work. And that doesn't work. It just does not work. I have seen in my circles,
Hmm.
if you have an idea and you've been working that idea and you have support in your community and witnesses in your community that that plan is working, the higher ups are paying attention, and they will bring you in and say, well, what do you need? How can we partner together? But if you just have an idea on a piece of paper and you never take it to the community, and you never work it in the community, when it gets to the higher ups, it's just not going to work
Right.
because you're adding work to them. You have to go with the idea of a partnership, how they can add to your program, how they can add to your progress.
Right. And one of our panelists, he actually just posted this right here for everybody to see and look at. We'll go ahead. We're gonna end this special because my internet access is janky, and then also they kicking me off. Teach, they kicking me off. I must be saying some real, stuff.
Well,
But
yeah,
yeah,
and
but
it's
go ahead, teach.
they're getting ready to do the I guess the winning speech in a few short minutes. So that's
Mhm.
probably why your internet is going crazy.
Yeah. So I would say this once again. Congratulations to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And I say her name right. Hopefully I did because a lot of people been messed up her name, and now she's vice president. Now she can get hemmed up. You know what I mean? But America is rejoicing right now. A lot of Trump supporters are in their feelings. Now you know how it felt in 2016. Sorry, not sorry. So hey,
America
like y'all was.
is sighing relief. Everybody is just happy that he did not win. And like my son said, Biden is just a placeholder until America can come up with more candidates that's better. So that's not necessarily my opinion, but I do know a lot of people feel that way. They're just glad that we have an opportunity to put someone with more dignity, more pride, and answer the needs of the people in office. And I would just like to say what um, Trump did was he showed the less than average person that if you
Can
have enough money, you can be anything you want to be. He opened that door that when you tell the less than average person you can be president, he is the poster child for that. But America is saying no, we don't want less than average. We want someone that's above average in quality to represent us as a nation, as a superpower in the world. So
yeah.
goodbye, Trump.
Only thing I can say, I'm gonna say one. I'm gonna say one more thing, and then we're gonna head on out. Is this so? How's that businessman thing going? We need a businessman in office. He sure did run America like a business. Told us up the river, and still told you in your face everything's okay, everything's all right. Let that sink in. So when you hear your kids and children's children going through an election and have somebody like this again, and they say, "Hey, we need a business," you should smack their asses in the damn mouth. From now on,
He
smack
bankrupted
their asses in
his
the mouth.
businesses and he bankrupted this nation.
Yeah. So
He go
smack
out on
them in
a
the
blaze
mouth.
of fire. What? 200,000 people dead. The economy has been killed. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. So
Now
once
Joe Biden
again,
is going to have a big mountain to climb
right.
to undo all that he has done. So God bless him and what's before him. And he's gone again. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your time and God bless America.
Yeah, and they keep kicking me off. But yeah, so we gonna end it on that. Teach, thank you for bringing up this show, and hopefully you have a great trip, have a safe trip. Just
Thank
let
you.
us know how everything went, that you made over there safely and all that great stuff. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, America can bleed. Well, I won't say bleed. I mean, they can bleed out all the bad blood and all the mess and out, and now they can just put that band-aid on. We
We
here.
cleared we cleared the swamp. We cleared the swamp.
So if anybody who got anything about us rejoicing and all that stuff, you go ahead and sit over there and just be in your own feelings and all that stuff. That's on you. But other than that, America's
Yeah.
celebrating. You ain't gonna steal nobody else's joy. Definitely ain't gonna steal my joy. Ain't gonna steal Chief's joy. But yeah. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in for this little short. Y'all have a good one. We'll be back on Monday. Catch y'all later. Bye
All right.
bye,
Good
y'all.
night.
Bye bye. Once again, let freedom ring.